What's up? It's your girl McKeelery, aka Miss Fed Up, and I'm coming live to you from Live on the Fed Up Show. I'm back. Yes, honey, I am your host tonight, every night, okay? Because this is my podcast and my platform, because this is the space where real conversations happen, real stories are told, and real people are empowered to walk boldly in their purpose. This show was created to inspire, uplift, and challenge you to push beyond limitations, silence the doubt, and step fully into the vision that has been placed on your life. Whether you're an entrepreneur, creative, leader, dream chaser, or simply someone looking for motivation to keep going, you are in the right place tonight. So go ahead and tag a friend, share this live, and get ready for powerful dialogue, authentic moments, and life-changing insight. This is Live on the Fed Up Show, and the conversation starts right now. Hey, everybody. Yes, it is a great Tuesday. Hopefully you went out and voted today. I pray that you did. Go out and exercise your right to vote. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. So hopefully you did too, okay? And let's remember that in November, we need to stump the polls yet again, all right? So tonight on Live on the Fed Up Show, we're sitting down with a woman whose journey in entertainment represents resilience, reinvention, and the power of refusing to be placed in a box. Our next guest is not just an actress. She's not just a producer. She is a creative force who has continued to evolve, grow, and stay relevant in an industry that constantly changes and challenges those bold enough to pursue it. Because behind the cameras, behind the spotlight, behind the success people celebrate, there are sacrifices, there are setbacks, there are moments where you question yourself and still have to keep going. From unforgettable roles on the screen to creating opportunities behind the scenes to continuing to build her legacy with purpose and authenticity. Erica Hubbard represents determination, growth, and the courage to evolve without losing herself. Tonight, this conversation is about purpose, pressure, passion, and surviving in an industry where only the strong can continue to rise. Okay? So please help me welcome to Live on the Fed Up Show, actress, producer, and creative powerhouse, Miss Erica Hubbard.
Hey, hello,
Hey,
hello. Thank you. Thank you for that
hello.
beautiful introduction. And
No
thank you for
problem.
having me on
Thank
your
you for joining.
platform.
Oh yes, thank you for accepting the invite and coming on. I appreciate it so much because I know you are busy and have a whole lot to do, and you took time to come and share your day with little old McKeelery in Alabama. So thank you so much.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And thank you for everybody that's viewing. And feel free to continue the conversation after this conversation and ask me any questions because I'm on all social media platforms.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And I tell people all the time when they ask me about bringing celebrities on the platform, I say, man, a lot of them are just like us. They're so down to earth. And you're one of those. And I told you before we went live, I said, I knew it was something about your energy to find out that you are a Capricorn like me.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, I knew it. I sensed it when you responded to me
Yes.
about 2 months ago. So I thank you so much. Once again, I have looked forward to this evening. So we're gonna jump right into it. I want to ask you, what inspired you to pursue acting and entertainment
Ooh, what inspired me to pursue acting in the entertainment industry,
industry? Yes,
quote unquote,
yeah,
because now it's expanded. We'll talk about that later
yes,
because it went from being a group of selected people to the gates are open. But anyway,
yes.
what got me into the industry is my father, my dad. My dad had a best friend that handled the clothes that goes to models, and I started off modeling at first and did a lot of campaigns. I ended up being a Noxzema girl. I think I was the first African American Noxzema girl. Ended up being the clean and clear girl as well. But
Okay.
my dad started me out in the industry, and one important thing he had me do was theater. So I was on the stage at 8 or 9 years old in Chicago, doing theater. And fast forward, I went to Columbia College, graduated with a journalism degree, but minored in theater. So that's kind of my training.
Okay, I love that. And I'm telling you, I just told a guest last night, I love when guests come on and they speak about theater because I am a playwright. That's
Oh,
how I got
nice, nice.
started. Yes, I do stage plays. I'm actually on my fifth production that's currently on pause. I took a break to strike this podcast up, and then I'm getting ready to go back on the road
Ah,
currently in August.
congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. So I love to hear about theater people. I love it. I love it. And then listen, for those who didn't know or don't know and haven't realized, you were in Akila the Bee. You were the sister. You were my girl. Like, hey, that boy cheat. His mama just mouthed the words. I was like, yes, that's big sister energy. Okay, I
Yeah.
love that. Now, how old were you when you were in Akila the Bee?
How old was I? Because everything was a blur. I want to say, yeah, it was because I was booking when I booked Lincoln Heights. I booked Save the Last, not Save the Last Dance, Save the Last Dance, then Lincoln Heights or Cinderella Story, the Sister Have Pants, and then it was just blah 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 blah. So I want to say maybe late 20s or something like that. When I got the opportunity to meet
Ah,
Lawrence Fishburne and audition for him.
okay.
Uh and also Angela Bassett wasn't in the room, but then I found myself on set with her and woo, it was life changing.
I know it was. It had
Yeah.
to be. And if you say 20s, you didn't even look to you look like a teenager, like a young teenager in that movie. And
Yeah.
so you've been in the industry, let's see, what about 4 decades now? Is that
It feels like forever. It feels like forever. And I'm grateful that I got in early
mm-hmm.
because things
Mm-hmm.
have drastically changed. And when I got in, it was you had to audition one, two, three, 4 times to get a role. Now this
Yeah.
self tape, you audition, you're on set. But they
Yeah.
put us through the ringer. And I'm so
Yeah.
glad that they built strength in
Mm-hmm.
within us because
Mm-hmm.
it's different.
Yeah.
So I want to say the strength that it built within us. It
Mm-hmm.
created resilience. It created perseverance. It created tenacity. Did I say endurance?
Mm-hmm.
I'll repeat that again if I did say endurance. So that's why you see me still in the industry with the long haul, because I was there when it was hard. Now it's
Yes.
easy. It's easy. You
Yes.
see people in the blink of an eye, oh, I'm on TV, woo! And you're like, whoa, wait, we had to go through chemistry tests
Yeah.
and you just to see if we vibe. Forget about the lines, just to see if
Yes.
you vibe and you matched with the person that you're going to be in the scene with. So now that it's changed, it's easy. It's easy. It's easy peasy. That's what it is. So I'm glad that I started early on. You know.
Most definitely, most definitely. And since you started so early, I tell
Yes.
people, I try to make sure I have a mixture of different people on the platform, but everybody, no matter what journey they're taking in their careers,
Uh-huh.
in their career path or whatnot, everybody has to have some sacrifices. What are some of the sacrifices you had to endure to get to where you are?
I've missed funerals and cried because they wouldn't let me off set. I've missed paid vacations out of the country because they wouldn't wrap me early. I've missed birthday parties from family, close family members. It's a lot of sacrifice that goes on. Not to mention sleepless nights, because when you jump in
Mm-hmm.
character, you can tell who's prepared on set and who's not. You don't
Mm-hmm.
you don't sleep. This is team no sleep here. Old fashioned don't sleep. You sleep with the material, with the script at hand. So sacrificing sleep
Yeah.
because some people, oh, I gotta be well rested. But you don't know your lines.
Yeah.
So it's just to make the day go by quicker, you have to know your lines, sleep with them, know the ends, the periods, know the exclamation marks, know everything about the beats, the moments, because if you don't, there's people that want to go home, the grips, the gaffers, and the
Mm-hmm.
directors. You
Mm-hmm.
don't want to frustrate your director. So you want to like smooth selling set, and everybody's supposed to be cool on the first day of production because that sets the tone. So
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
like you just know your dialogue, or however you have to get there. There's so many different techniques. But
Yes.
I find myself showing up on set and helping people with their dialogue. And it's okay to run lines. I'm not saying run lines. I'm talking about people who just don't know the lines at
Yes.
all. That things you gotta sacrifice. You gotta sacrifice a lot of you got to sacrifice your instrument, your body,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes it can take a toll on your wellness. So make sure that you take your vitamins, you're hydrated, that whole part. You're not arguing with somebody outside, because that stuff can come and bother your work, that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So you want to just be fully present when you show up on set to work. So yeah, it's a lot of sacrifice.
Yes. It is. It is. And then let's talk about some things too. As far as growing up in the public eye, evolving and turning from a kid to an adult in this industry. How did you handle it and how do you handle it?
How do I handle the journey? I want to say my life path as a starting out from a kid. A kid, you kind of oblivious to the whole
Mm-hmm.
situation. It's kind of a hobby. As an
Mm-hmm.
adult, you take it more serious and you do know that it's a career. And so how I handle it is just like I just keep going and try to create as much as I can. And everybody thinks that um oh, you only handle it when you're working professionally. Nah. What you do outside the job shows when you get to the job. And
Mm-hmm.
I say that again, your training shows. So you got to handle some training outside the job, whether you're doing speech classes, you're doing vocal lessons, you're doing body movement. I'm telling everybody that everything that you have to do just to stay just to stay current as far as your instrument and building your instrument, and keeping yourself up with the I want to say the techniques,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people say that, oh, I just come with my personality, and that's cool until you get to that moment where your character doesn't you don't identify with the characters, what they're going through in the script. So then where do you dig? How do you go?
Mm-hmm.
So we could tell who handled the work outside, and then brings what to the performance.
Yes.
So you just got to stay, just learn the techniques, handle all that. And so, yeah, I've always been outside of me doing television and film and stage and voiceovers, I've always tried to read the proper books to stay current. As far as training, I've always tried to listen to the proper podcasts of professionals giving information. I listen to that every single day, whether it's a casting director talking to me, a writer, or a producer, to find out new information. So you got to take care of your business, handle your business, you know?
Yes, yes. And you spoke about reading books, but you
Yes.
also have you're also an author. You have written a book.
Yes.
How many books have you written?
I've written two
Okay.
children's books, and then
Okay.
I've written an ebook
Okay.
on wellness.
Okay. And
Yes.
how can, if they wanted to purchase those books, are they available for purchase?
Yes, yes, yes. My ebook, just go to my link in the bio on my Instagram page or on Facebook and just click it, and it's down. You can download it instantly, and it helps. It will help you because it has been my blueprint to
Hmm.
sustain and have the mental health in the industry, because there's a
Yes.
lot of ups and downs and rejection,
Yes.
and also there's a lot of different personalities, so you have to know how to kind of keep yourself grounded in the midst of that and handle yourself professionally while working.
Yes. And with you saying that, that leads me to ask you too, have you ever felt pressured to change who you are in order to fit into the industry standards?
I've never felt pressured to fit into the industry standards. I've always kind of done my own thing, which I
Mhm.
think is important, because I think that's what makes my work stand out. And the reason why I'm not just saying that to say that, people tell me that, and because people give you feedback all the time.
Yes.
You
Yes.
can't fake this thing. Either you're
Yes.
good or you're not good, because people get on Twitter, they get on TikTok, they get on Instagram, and they would tell you about yourself.
Hmm.
So I think being transparent and staying true to yourself and authentic, that's the best formula for success. You know, bring yourself to the work. You know,
Yes.
don't try to put on a performance, because people can see right through that. You know,
Mhm.
and at the end of the day, you want people to connect to you. And how do they connect to you? By you being yourself. So I've never tried to be something other than myself. But I'm from the South Side of Chicago, so what
Yeah.
you see is what you get. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never had to, like, I've always been that South Side of Chicago girl. We're like, hey, I'm here. So I think we have a certain
Think we lost her.
days. So as I was saying, it's just the way that I maneuver in the world. I think it just keeps me people want to feel like, you're approachable, you're personable. You know, you can't hear. Uh-oh. How did we do that? How did that happen? You can't hear me? You can't hear me? Yeah, how did that go? How did that happen? I may have to log off and log back on. We are literally having.
All right. All right. Is it back?
It's back. I wonder what happened.
I don't know. You started spinning, then you disappeared, then you came back, and when you came back, I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you.
And I
I don't
was
know.
given such crucial
You
information.
sure
And it was like,
was. It
whoa.
was. It was the devil didn't want him to hear, but it's
Yeah, I was like, huh?
but
Okay.
but it's okay. I kept running my mouth to him. I kept running my mouth to him for a
That's
little bit.
never happened. And I'm talking
No,
about being
I don't know what.
authentic
And
and
I
transparent.
started starting. I started starting. I was like,
Yeah.
I was saying in my head, please don't let it go out. And then you disappeared. And then you came
Yeah.
back, and it knocked your mic off. Uh,
Yeah.
but but we're gonna get back to it. We're gonna go right back to it. You can pick up back where you left off. It's fine. And when I do my edits, don't worry. When I edit, it'll all flow right back together. So, all
Okay.
right. So we were I think we were on. We talked about sacrifices, and then we talked about being yourself,
Yes.
stepping into the and being yourself, and then you were just giving them some advice as well. Um, let's see. We can go back to that, or we can go ahead and go into
No,
the
let's go
next
back
one.
to that. Let's go back
Okay.
to that because
All right. Go ahead.
I really do believe that the more you are in touch and in tune with your authentic self, then
Mm-hmm.
people connect with you.
Yes.
And it's not, people can read through the flub and the phony, the fake stuff, but if you bring yourself to the table, then I think the transparency, it just becomes contagious, and then everybody else can relax and be
Yes.
themselves. And that's what you want on set. You want everybody to bring their personality to set because we want to know who you are.
Yeah.
When you meet people, people put up this whole mask, but what makes you more impressive? When you strip
Mhm.
away all the layers and then people get to find out about you. So now I'm talking about vulnerability.
Yes.
And that's the key thing to life, and whether you're bringing yourself, because people, I think, will want to be around you and they gravitate to you more because you're
Mm-hmm.
vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just be yourself. And coming from the south side of Chicago, we were always taught that who you are is a gift.
Yes.
You don't have to put on this show for people, so it's just tell it like it is. Because it used to be a
Mm-hmm.
song. Remember that song when you was a kid? Tell it, tell it like it is.
It
My
is.
name is Erica, tell it, tell it. So that's how I took you back, huh? So
Yeah. All the way back.
that
Yeah.
that that's how I was raised, to tell it like it is. And I think that's what makes people connect, with my work.
Yes, most definitely. Do you believe that your upbringing and being from Chicago helped you to also be able to handle the industry as far as being confident, as far as not being peer pressured or scared to walk in certain rooms? Do you feel like it was your environment where you grew up from that helped prepare you for the industry?
Oh, most definitely. I feel like growing up on the south side of Chicago prepped me to be out in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Because the things that I've experienced, it's kind of really scary. It's kind of fearful, and I thank God that I had survived and I got through it.
Yes.
So the industry, when I was out there, I was like, okay, yeah. And who are you? Because I mean, I grew up in the inner city where it was a lot. I was in an at risk community. So
Yeah.
at risk community is I faced a lot of gang violence and
Mm-hmm.
drug addicts and stuff like that. So yeah, let's just say, to tell you the truth, my house was the house on the block that was that house.
Yeah.
I won't even go into any
I
other
got you.
details, but
I
it
got you.
literally could be a book, and people
Mhm.
would be shocked because they're like, you don't look like, you don't sound like, you don't present yourself like that. But why would I?
Yeah.
I survived it, and I wanted to kind of grow up,
Mhm.
from that lifestyle, because it's nothing nice. It's nothing nice. And yeah,
Yes.
I could tell who's faking the whole, I come from the hood, I'm from the, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got
Yeah.
you. Me too. Me too. You know
You
what?
too.
My
You
my
can't.
for real. My first college roommate is actually from Chicago.
Oh,
Jessica Coffin.
nice.
Jessica Caron Coffin. My first person I met off in college at Stillman
Nice.
College in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. She tapped me on my shoulder and was like, "Hey, is this orientation for freshmen?" And I'm like, yeah. You can ask.
She came right up to you
Yeah, and from there, yeah, we've been stuck like
like
Chuck
this.
ever since. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, yeah, I love Chicago, but
And she talk about our
except for,
food all the time because we
huh?
have some. She talk about our food all the time.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Now I will say though, the last few times I talked to her, her car had been robbed, broken
Huh.
into, stolen. And I'm like, what? And she was like, for a
That's
minute, I think I want to say it's either Nissan Rogues or Kias or something, some type of particular car. People were stealing in Chicago, and she had that type of car, and they kept getting vandalized and stuff. So,
that's
yeah, I've heard a lot of stories about Chicago. Do you have you ever met or know of Mr. A. Page Turner?
no. I have no
Yeah,
clue. I
he was
have.
on the platform about a month or so ago, but he's up in Chicago. But
Okay.
he does the country Wayne skits and stuff, but he does his own thing too. He's actually putting together doing a film now. He's turning his book into a film. But
Nice.
he great guy, very intelligent, very smart. Very, oh my God, he
And
just
a
awesome.
Chicagoan, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to most
Chicago.
definitely look
Yep.
him up.
Yes, yes, yes. But and then too, we spoke about your book before the disconnect
Mhm.
with the servers, whatever happened. But we were speaking about your books, your two children's book, and then your wellness book. And we did let them know that they can purchase it by clicking the link in your Instagram on your
Mhm.
Instagram page, as well as your Facebook page. Now
Yes.
the wellness book we were getting into, and you were talking about how it helped you to mentally handle the industry, and it's a blueprint. And I love that you used the word blueprint because that's what this platform was for. And it's for because no, I tell people I stepped out. Nobody gave me a blueprint. Nobody
Mhm.
told me what to do, not to do, how to do, and none of that. It's all been trial and error and meeting people like yourself who are willing to speak about their journey, their personal journey, that can help me not make certain decisions or know
Mhm.
which way to go.
Mhm.
So writing
Yeah.
that book, is everything in that book, was that all like a personal testimony, everything that you've gone through personally, or did you pull and grab from situations people around you also had endured?
So the book is it's a self help book,
Mm-hmm.
and it's different techniques to cope. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not just for people in the entertainment industry, it's just anybody
Mm-hmm.
dealing with enormous amounts of stress.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of people, whether you can't
Yes.
fill up your gas tank because the gas is too high, or you
Mm-hmm.
just got fired from your job because of all the cuts and the cutbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or if you turn on the news and then you see another law was made and you're just like, wait, is that law in my favor or is in, look what? So it just helps with stress. And I took a course at Yale University, and I studied for 6 months on wellness and how to maintain your nervous system and what does the
Oh,
vagus do and what does it mean and how can you use different techniques to bring down your stress levels. So that's what the book is about. It's about different exercises that you can go back to, and it helps regulate, your body to create calmness, which
oh
we all
wow.
need.
Yes, and you studied at Yale. Okay, so
Yeah,
for
I took a
those that
course
don't
at
know you,
Yale.
oh my God, you're
Uh,
highly educated and talented. Okay,
I
yeah,
am. You know what? I don't
yes,
know whether to use my right brain or my left brain. People are kind of like shocked by me because they're like, "Well, you," but I'm a nerd too. Yeah, I studied journalism at Columbia College, and I got my degree there in 3 years. So I had a major and minor concentration. I just love books. I love books. So one of my
yes.
favorite books that I encourage people to read is The Alchemist. I love that book. Oh, and I just got this other book that I'm gonna dissect soon called The Moral Obligation to Be Intelligent. Or is
Okay.
it the moral? Yeah, the moral obligation to be intelligent. So I love books. So
That's what's up. So it's no need for me to ask you what you do in your spare time when you're
right.
not acting in movies and shut down scenes. You like to read. I
Right.
like that. And being we talked about where you're from and being from Chicago and how that helped you and everything. Um, for those that's going out and they want to be successful in whatever career field they choose, how would you tell someone how steps or how to manage or handle rejection, criticism, or pressure when they're out trying to be successful and make a name for themselves?
Criticism. What is criticism? From
Mm,
who? Who has an opinion about you? Who
yeah.
defines you? Who? You define yourself. So I would say ignore the criticism, because somebody always has something to say. And a
Yes.
lot of times people are projecting how they feel about themselves on you. So be careful
Mm-hmm.
what advice you take from people because everybody's advice is not to be taken. So just be
Yes.
careful with the criticism. But I say, as if you want to critique anything, critique how you talk to yourself. That's the most important thing you can know in life is how you think about yourself, how you feel about yourself, and how you talk about yourself. Because what you say, it manifests itself. You hear yourself. This is your instrument, I'm into like Proverbs 18, 20, 21,
Come
where you
on.
speak and then, it happens. So just make sure your affirmations, your mantras, the music you listen to, people say, you have this aura about you. And you got to keep your aura good. And anybody else trying to get that negativity and you focus on rejection, don't focus on the negativity, I say. Be optimistic and focus on the positivity because what you think, it comes to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just
Mm-hmm.
put good energy out there. Good energy comes back to you, and I think that's been my life. My life path is just just being trying to be as happy as I possibly can. Even
Yes.
when I'm not happy, I try to make a conscious effort to become happy and not let anybody take you off that journey because
Mm-hmm.
you are what you believe you are. You are
Yeah.
how you feel you are, and you can change that dynamic for yourself. It's your world. Build it.
Yes.
It's your
Yes.
world. Build it.
Most definitely.
Live in it.
Yes, most definitely. Now, how do you remain grounded when you're considered a celebrity? Like are you can you go out in public and just be a regular person
Ooh.
or somebody spots you and it turns into whatever character they remember you playing?
Yeah. Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, everywhere I go, people say my lines to me. But then that's how I know I did a good job because people will be like, hey, you said G. And I'm like, Keelan to be. Or they'll say, I'll be right back. And I'll be like, oh, that's the babysitter. Or is you all up in my nut and crack? And I'll be like, that's Save the Last Dance. Or Daddy, no, you cannot. And I'll be like, oh, so people come up to me and I'll know by how they're talking with me. They'll say something to me from Lincoln Heights, and I'm like, oh, they think I'm Cassie. But then they'll come up to me and they'll think I'm Kiana. And it's all those characters are totally different from each other, but I know, that I connected with the individual and they liked something that I did in that performance that made them feel great about that project. Okay, look at he who findeth her.
Yes. Let me tell you something. Google
Oh,
don't be
okay.
playing. Google don't play. Google go all the way back. Okay.
Okay,
Google will go all
okay.
the
I
way
love
back.
it.
Now
I love
Lincoln
it.
Heights, I really 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 loved you in Lincoln Heights.
Thank
What
you.
so far with everything you've done
Mhm.
because you've been at this for years now. Is there one particular movie or show that you've done that resonates with you or that has stuck with you? Like, hey, that was my favorite gig.
Ooh, great question. My favorite performance from me where I shocked myself, what I would say off the family business New Orleans. Carl Weber did an excellent job writing that. It's on
Mm-hmm.
Paramount Plus right now, BT. So
Mm-hmm.
I would say that shocked me playing Ernestine because that dialect and all the people from New Orleans is like, girl, you nailed it. You did good. And I was like, yes. All my Noya, all of them, they were proud. So I did that. And I was like, wow, that's some of my best work is playing Ernestine on the Family Business New Orleans. And then I want to say I have something on Tubi now that people are like, whoa, what is this? Oh my gosh, I'm loving it. And it's called In the Shadows. So So I get to
Yes.
play a woman who does a lot of stunts, who's solving a lot of crimes, and she's into espionage. So I play a spy, which I'm happy about because you don't see a lot of females playing that as a lead,
Mm-mm.
and I feel blessed that I had the opportunity.
Yes, I love it. What advice would you give to a young actor or a beginning actor who is trying to break into the industry today?
They're doing it. I don't have any advice. They're on TikTok, they're on Instagram, they're on X, they're on Facebook, and I think people are just creating, and people are finding the work. The people who are really creative, they're finding them, and they're
Mm-hmm.
giving them deals. So just
Mm-hmm.
put yourself out there on all the platforms. The
Mm-hmm.
sky's the limit, and there's a lot of creative people out there, and they're being found. So
Yeah.
hey.
Yes. Now, what made you want to step from in front of the camera and go behind the camera and become a producer?
Oh, so I joined the PGA years ago because I saw a need for it. I saw a
Mhm.
need. A lot of people were producing and their heart wasn't in producing because I would show up on set and I'm just like, their heart's not fully into producing. So I kind of want to, delve into that. And when I get the opportunity to produce, kind of like put my all into it and make a great project to its fullest that people remember
Yeah.
because I'm in every single department hands on. And people are shocked about that. I'm looking at the lighting and the grips and everything because a lot of people show up on set and they don't know what other people do. I say
Mm-hmm.
learn everybody's job.
Mm.
And I think producing is such a key component to making the film, memorable and magical and a classic. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't take that lightly. I don't think it's just about like, the director or the writer or the actor. The producers, they hats off, kudos to producers. It's a lot of hard work. So I just love what producers do. And I said, I want to do this. I want to, produce good films, quality
Quality.
projects, and projects that people really enjoy. So
Yes. Which is easier? Which one do you believe is easier, or that you feel more, I would say, comfortable with being in, actress or on the producer side?
oh, I feel comfortable with both roles. I'm also directed a short film that won awards called Policies and Procedures. So that was doing a film festival tour. I have a film out that's going through the film festival circuit right now called The Deadly Type.
Yes.
And I'm so happy we're going to North Carolina with that film. But producing is second nature to me as well as acting. So I can't say I'm good at one thing or the other because I try to perfect it. And when you love what you do, when you really love what you do, you're good at it. You're
Yes.
passionate about it. Whether you're writing the ebook and you're showing the passion in it, whether you're directing or you're producing, I just think that passion just comes out and
Mm-hmm.
it just I don't know, it's just an energy you give
Yeah.
to everything you do and people connect with that. So you could be multifaceted. You don't have to say you're good at
Yes.
one thing or the other.
Mm-hmm.
You could be good at ice skating. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people I know do not ice skate, but I'm good at it. And they're like, "How did you learn how to do that, Erica? You ice skate?" And I do, and I'm good at it. But I can roller skate too. So it's just whatever you put your mind to. You
Yes.
trick your mind, you can become good at it. Trick yourself
Yeah.
long enough, you'll be good at it.
Yes.
Practice makes perfect.
Practice made. Yes. Have you multiple, they say multiple streams of income,
Yeah.
multiple talents. Have multiple talents
Yeah.
then and step into
Mhm.
all of them. And that's one thing I was speaking to someone about the other day. I want to step into every gift, every
Yes.
talent that I believe God has put into me. And I want to now try to
Mhm.
step out there and make it happen before it's too late. Before
Yes.
before he calls me home. I want to
Yeah.
at least say I tried. Okay.
Love it.
And then I want to ask you too, with the internet being like it is, like you said, people can now get on social media and do their thing, and they get discovered and
Yes.
and are given big deals and opportunities. Do you feel like now how the world has changed and how entertainment has changed, it's best to try to go out and create your own opportunities that way?
So I think the best of both worlds works for people.
Mm-hmm.
which is people give you opportunities and you also create opportunities. And I think as long as you have motion, and that's the whole thing, that energetic force, being an energetic force, things will come to you and then you will also gravitate to things. So just keep moving, keep exercising, and it's something you do continuously and you build that empire, it's all motion. So I think it all works together. Whether you choose this route or that route, choose all the routes,
Yes,
take
most
different
definitely.
routes.
Yes. Listen, for those who will watch or are watching or they will
Yeah.
come back and watch later, if they wanted
Yes.
to book you to for you to come be a keynote speaker, for you
Yes.
to do some acting classes or coaching or advice or whatever they would like to book Erica Hubbard to do, how can they get in touch with you and how can they book you?
Yes. So anybody who wants to get in touch with me, I am on all social media platforms. My website is on Instagram as well as Facebook. And my email's up there too, Erica Hubbard Collab at gmail.com. And I am, ready to speak. Not just speak, but empower.
Imp- That's it. That's it. That's my word, girl. That's it. That is it. To
Thank you.
empower, because we definitely need
Mhm.
it. We definitely need it.
Yes.
I've spoken with a lot of people who have become icons in the industry over
Mhm.
these last few months, and that's one thing they all have stated, that they
Yes.
do these type of, because I'll keep it real with anybody. I'm not a million follower haver. I'm not a person that is famous in the industry of podcasting. But I've been able to have some greats such as yourself grace the platform, and they all said that, hey, don't be a gatekeeper. We need more people who are willing to teach the next person, to give the next person an opportunity.
Yes.
And so I appreciate you, especially when you use that word
Thank
empower,
you.
because
Thank you.
I feel like, especially our younger generation, they're
Uh-huh.
up next. So when they can see people that look like them, that are humble enough to step on this platform, I feel like
Mhm.
it will empower them and encourage them and inspire them to go out there and take the leap when it comes to trying to conquer their dreams and being and want to be successful in whatever they choose to do. Everybody's not meant to be an actress, actor, producer, or in the entertainment industry, but things you have spoke about, things that you all have spoke about, can help anyone if they're going out to
Mhm.
pursue their doctorates, to be a doctor, a
Yes.
lawyer, a nurse. These type of conversations about sacrifices, about hard work, they're for everybody in all type of industries.
Everybody.
So thank you so much for just taking the time out
Um,
to speak about the struggles,
you're
to speak
welcome.
about the sacrifices, and to give some inspirational advice or knowledge, and to give us blueprints,
Mhm.
so that, like people say, you don't have some of us don't have to make the same mistakes
Yes. Yes.
that those before us have made. So I just thank you. I thank you for your humility. I thank you for your yes. Okay,
Oh,
because everybody don't say yes and everybody don't respond. So for those that do, I sincerely appreciate you, and I promise you, I'm one of those who be like, when I get that yes, I'm like, hey God, I need you. Whatever they be asking you for, God, give it to them, Lord. They told me yes. They told me yes, God,
yes.
give it to them. Give
Circle
it to them,
back.
Jesus. Give it to them, okay? So
yes. Circle it
I
back.
do.
Amen.
Yes, I do. I thank you for that.
Yes.
And with saying that,
Uh
10
huh.
years from now, 15, 20 years from now, what is it that you, when people hear the name Erica Hubbard, actress, producer, philanthropist, author, what do you want them to remember most about your impact and your legacy?
That she enjoyed bringing entertainment to people's homes. And that's where her legacy is. And that she was family oriented and
Mhm.
she was so grounded that her spirit reached so many people. And it was a healing spirit. That's what
Yeah.
I'm here to do. So that's my legacy, is to make sure people feel entertained. And when you meet me, at peace.
Yes.
If I'm at peace, you at peace, we peaceful, because we're all put on this earth to love each other. Let's go
Mhm.
back to the basics.
Yes.
Let's go back to the
Yes.
basics. We're all here to
Yes.
put on, to give, and that you said, as philanthropy
Mhm.
work is very important to me. And
Yeah.
shout out to Harvest Christian University for recognizing that in me and giving me an honorary doctorate, as well as the Lifetime Achievement Award, Legacy Award through
Wow.
President Joe Biden. Let me just say
Biden.
President Joe
Yes.
Biden or Joseph Biden, because when you put work out there in the community,
Yeah.
people see that, they acknowledge it, and I think you know, let's respect the people that give back. You know,
Yes.
entertainment's one thing. You love to entertain people and make people, feel good, but also what work are we doing in the community?
Mm,
So that's important.
mm.
That's the legacy I want to live out.
Yes, most definitely. And I want to ask you a question before we wrap up. In all the films you've done, what
Hmm.
has been your favorite character? Well, which one you
She was
relate
saying
to the most?
G, Aquila and the B, Aquila and the B. Kiana, she cheated. She cheated. I knew that girl cheated. uh-uh.
I rewind that part at least 4 or 5 times when I watch it. Okay, baby, when that sister peeped around that curtain, his
Yeah,
mama gave him the words.
yeah.
Now,
Your
yes,
mama gave
yes,
him. Yeah,
and she did.
indeed, she did.
Yes, I love that. That's how you step behind your sister. Okay.
Yes,
And
yes.
then how was it though to work with D'Angela Bassett? How was it?
Woo! You want me to give my secrets away? If she told me the secrets in my ear, woo, she did. It changed my life forever. I went back to Lincoln Heights, but then I
Yeah.
had another great in my ear, Chadwick Boseman. He was
Oh
right there on
my.
Lincoln Heights, and I was like, wait a minute. I had Richard Roundtree. So just I feel blessed that I've crossed paths with a lot of the greats: Art Evans, Richard Roundtree, Chadwick Boseman. So I feel great. Lawrence Fishburne,
Mm,
and I just feel Russell Hornsby. Let me put his name out there because he's one of the greats too. And I feel that I just want to keep giving that to other people. So anybody
mhm.
in the industry, that works with me, we just all knowledge is power and just share the information so we can all excel.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Mhm.
Well, what an incredible and honest and inspiring conversation we've had tonight on Live
Thank
on the
you.
Fed Up Show. And
Thank
just to
you.
see that you just like a regular person that
Yeah,
like
thank you.
like a old friend that I've met up with and we're just catching up. So I
Thank
sincerely
you. Thank you.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for sharing your story. Thank you
Mhm.
for sharing your journey and your truth with us. Your career is a reminder that success is not just about talent. It's about resilience,
Yeah.
reinvention, and having the courage to continue evolving through every season of your life. So tonight you showed us that growth requires strength, sacrifice, and staying true to yourself, even when the pressure to change is all around you. So to everyone watching, let tonight remind you that your journey will not always be easy, but you can survive difficult seasons and still continue to rise. So remember that your voice matters, your creativity matters, and your purpose deserves a chance to live fully. And to the Fed Up family, thank you for tuning in tonight, sharing this live, and continuing to support Powerful Conversations. Make sure you follow on YouTube. It's free to subscribe. Just hit the button under Fed Up Productions and join us for another impactful episode on Live on the Fed Up Show on tomorrow. We have an author that's coming on tomorrow to talk about his new book. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was the talented, I
Mhm.
say the powerhouse, Miss Erica Hubbard, who stepped
Thank
onto the
you.
platform tonight. Follow her on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere. Follow her and continue to pray that God continues to bless her journey in the industry and beyond, and in the community and everything that she's doing outside of the industry world as well. Thank you for being a philanthropist. Thank you for giving back. Thank you for everything you do to help all of us be better and greater.
Thank you.
Okay. So thank you so much. And again, everybody, remember this until next time. Stay evolving, stay resilient, and stay fed up about your purpose. Okay. It was your girl, Makia Laree, aka Miss Fed Up, coming live to you on Live on the Fed Up Show. And guess what? Good night. Have a blessed night. And don't forget to vote again in November. And we'll holla. Peace.
Uh,